Imagine this. A simple scroll through TikTok, something millions do daily, turns into a life-altering mistake. In just a few seconds, a joyful day turned into a nightmare, leaving one family shattered forever. Today's story is not just about an accident. It's a tragic reminder of how a moment's distraction can change lives. This is the heartbreaking case of a 20-year-old woman whose obsession with TikTok led to a devastating tragedy. Claiming the life of a beloved retired granddad, it was an ordinary day. The young woman, whose identity we'll withhold out of respect, was driving down a quiet suburban road. Like many people her age, she was glued to her phone, scrolling endlessly through TikTok videos, laughing at memes, watching dance trends, and reading comments, completely unaware of the growing danger ahead. At the same time, an elderly man, a retired granddad named John Matthews, name changed for privacy, was enjoying his afternoon walk. John was a kind-hearted man, well-loved in his community, always wearing a warm smile. Walking was part of his daily routine, a simple pleasure in his peaceful retirement. As the young woman scrolled through her TikTok feed, her car drifted slightly off course. She didn't notice the speed she was going, or the fact that she was approaching a crosswalk where John was walking. Witnesses later recalled how the car didn't slow down, not even a bit. John didn't stand a chance. The car hit him with brutal force, sending shockwaves through the quiet neighborhood. The sound of the impact was deafening. People rushed out of nearby houses, some screaming, some frozen in disbelief. Emergency services arrived quickly, but it was too late. John Matthews was pronounced dead at the scene. His family received the devastating call that would change their lives forever. When the police began their investigation, the evidence was shocking. CCTV footage showed the young woman's car veering slightly off the road, and forensic analysis confirmed she hadn't even touched the brakes. But the most damning evidence, her phone. Investigators found it unlocked, with TikTok running at the time of the accident. The usage history revealed she'd been actively scrolling through videos and even liked a post just seconds before the crash. During the police interrogation, she broke down in tears, unable to comprehend the magnitude of what she'd done. She claimed she just glanced at her phone for a second, but that 1 second was enough to take a life. The case quickly made headlines, sparking debates about distracted driving and social media addiction. In court, the young woman appeared fragile, her face pale, filled with regret. She pleaded guilty, her voice trembling as she described how sorry she was. But no apology could bring John back. John's family sat in the courtroom, heartbroken, holding on to each other for support. His daughter gave an emotional statement, her voice cracking with grief. "My father survived wars, illnesses, and hardships, only to be killed by someone who couldn't look away from their phone." The judge's words were firm and cold. This wasn't just an accident, it was preventable. A life was lost because you chose TikTok over responsibility. This tragic story sent shockwaves across the country. It wasn't just another road accident. It became a wake-up call about the dangers of distracted driving. Social media is addictive, and this addiction is costing lives. After the case, awareness campaigns against phone usage while driving surged. Billboards with haunting messages like "A text can wait," "A life can't," were placed along highways. Schools even started programs teaching young drivers about the consequences of distracted driving. John Matthews' family also became advocates, sharing his story to prevent others from making the same mistake. They turned their grief into a mission to save lives. This isn't just a story about a young woman's mistake. It's about how fragile life can be and how a single moment of distraction can lead to irreversible consequences. A man lost his life, a family lost their father and grandfather, and a young woman lost her future to one careless decision. What are your thoughts on this heartbreaking case? Do you think enough is being done to prevent distracted driving? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're passionate about true crime stories like this, don't forget to subscribe for more real-life cases that reveal the raw, unfiltered truths behind tragic events.